sit cross-legged, then go ahead, but ground down through your hips. Maybe just have a little wiggle from side to side. Inhale, lift your chest up, roll your shoulders up, and bring them back down again. Nice. We're just going to do some side bends. So bring your arms out to the side and just let them drop down, fingertips nice and soft on the floor. Inhale, left hand up. It's just going to come up in line with the body, and then let it come back down again. Up and over to the other side. So moving with your breath. Now that movement with the breath does a couple of things. Number one, especially in these side bends, it actually expands those rib muscles. So now we're going to go up and over. So big inhale and exhale. Feel that stretch in all those breathing muscles. And then up and over to the other side. Moving slowly, keeping your chest high. Try not to lean forwards. Good. Hand comes down. And then reach up and come over. So be really present with your body, listen to how you feel. Good. Let's do that again, up on the other side. Big inhale here. And then an exhale as the hand comes down, softens in the elbow. Keep those sit bones in contact with the floor. It's a nice stretch down the side. Up and over one more time to the other side. And funny you were saying, Pat, about you didn't feel it that day but you felt it the next day. That means I'm doing my job right. I don't want to break you, but I want you to know that you've done something the next day. So starting slowly is really important. Okay, come back to centre. A little bit of a wiggle here in those shoulders. Nice, roll those shoulders up, back and down, and then just bring them down behind you. Lovely. Open out through your chest, leaning back, just looking up at the ceiling. And then come back up to sitting. Hands up off the floor and bring your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, lift your head up. If you want to, you can bring your hands behind you. Lift your chest up. And then coming back. So maybe a little lean forward. So almost a seated cat-cow here. Exhaling, tucking the chin. And inhaling and coming up. I'm just going to tip the screen down ever so slightly. I'm aware you can't see a whole of me there. Turn this music down because it's very loud. Okay, good. Okay, inhaling and lifting. And then come to a cat. So a seated cat with your back rounded, your chin tucked, and you're almost doing what I always say we shouldn't do, the opposite of it, pulling those shoulder blades apart and rounding through the back. Good. And then inhale and come up to centre. We're just going to move in the neck, so lift your head up and look up and tuck your chin down towards your chest. Inhale, lift your head up and look up, so we're in control of that neck, in control of the head, and then bring it down to the front as well. Good. Coming back up to centre, let's just do a little reset with those shoulders. We'll roll the shoulders up, back and down. Nice. And we're just going to look over our right shoulder, so keeping the chin parallel to the ground. This is now working these lovely big diagonal muscles in the neck, coming back to centre and going to the other side, which are all intimately connected with our shoulders and with our jaw. If you struggle with tension in the jaw, coming back to centre, going to the other side, then just doing this on a daily basis will be very helpful. Nice. And then one more time over to the left. Good. And just a quick thing to remember when you're doing any yoga poses, so coming back to centre and just coming into a side bend, you want to keep your neck in line with your spine. So when you go in a side bend, you don't want to be doing that. You want to keep your neck in line with your spine. Nice, coming up and over, and then up and over again. Lovely. Okay, well done. We're just going to do a seated twist now. So again, have those arms out, relax those shoulders down. Bring your left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Right hand comes behind you. Now don't do mirroring when I'm teaching online. I just say what I'm doing, and because some people, and then lift up through the chest and pull. Some people mirror their screens, so I just kind of stay with rights and lefts exactly as they are. So do what's right for you. Nice. Lift that chest up and inhale. Bring those hands back to centre. Relax the shoulders. Inhale. Send that right hand on the outside of the left leg. Left hand behind you, and again, using that inhale to lift your chest and then pulling. When I say lift your chest, often people lift their chin up, but it's actually the chest, so you want to work into those shoulders. Good. Nice gentle twist to start off with, and then we're going to come back to facing forwards, and we're going to come to standing up. So I challenge you to try and do this as symmetrically as possible, if you can. La la la. Doesn't matter if it's not pretty.
Very well.
Good, and now I'm going to just angle the screen up a little bit so you can see me. Good. So we're still working with the neck, but I've gotten us standing up so that we can have our arms going down. So roll your shoulders up, back and down. Tip your head to the left. Good. Come back to centre and tip your head to the right. Back to centre, tip to the left, and then send that left arm down the body. You can, if you've got a lot of tension in your neck, you can actually add a weight there as well if you want to do this stretch. Good. Then come back up to centre and over to the other side. Ah, good, nice. And let's inhale and bring our hands up above our head. All the way up. Feel the clicks and the cracks in the shoulders. Clasp those hands and turn them to the ceiling and reach up high. This is our good morning stretch. Oh, lovely big. If you want to have a little lean from side to side, you can as well. Lovely big stretch. Nice. And unclasp your hands. Heel toe your feet in so that they're together, and you're going to open your arms out and turn your body to the right. A nice twist again to start us off with. Oh, not enough space behind me, there we go. And inhale, come back up to centre and turn to face me, lovely. Exhale over to the other side. All those big muscles in the back, getting a nice twist, lovely. Inhaling and coming up and coming into a forward fold. So we can go a little wider with the feet if we want to. Hinge from those hips. Let those arms come down, let the head go, let everything go. And you can take a gentle bend in those knees if you need it. Let go of your head, look towards your knees. And the whole of your upper body is just hanging here. So feel the ground under your feet. Check in with your feet, make sure you're really pushing down through them. Inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, roll up slowly. So coming up on the inhale and coming up slowly hopefully prevents dizziness. I always get dizzy when I come up anyway. And then we're going to roll those shoulders up, back and down. Oh, nice. Inhale again, reach up high. Really decompress that spine, reach as high as you can, and exhale, fold again. This time we're going to use this fold, so we're going to spend a little bit of time here, just gently moving from side to side, let the head go. Feel that nice stretch down the back of the body. Lovely. And now, heel toe your feet a little bit closer and bring your hips down, so as if we were coming down into a little low squat. Doesn't matter how low you can or can't go, just do what's right for you. Good. And then come back into that forward fold. So head down, hips up on the exhale. And then inhale, hips down, head up, but keep the back straight. Good. Now if you can use this as a vehicle to coming down to the floor, then go ahead, and we're going to come to all fours. So again, it doesn't matter if it's not pretty, but I would try and aim for symmetry as much as possible. Nice, so all fours, and we're going to widen those hands out, knees come back, and we're going to sink back into child's pose or puppy pose. Always on the exhale with these compressions in the front of the body. And then inhale and come forwards, send those hips slightly forwards, but don't let them drop, control them, and then let the head come up. You almost want to feel like you're unfurling your body. Lovely. Then exhale and come back again. So softly, softly let that forehead come down to the floor as you exhale. And now inhale. Spread those fingers, push away from the floor, come forwards, squeeze the glutes, and then the head comes up. And relax that lower jaw, nice. One more time, exhaling and coming back to child's pose or puppy pose. Puppy pose, the hips are up away from the heels. Child's pose, they're down. And then inhaling and coming up. Squeezing those glutes to control and protect that lower back. Oh, that's nice. Lovely. Okay, push those hands back. Coming back to kneeling. I'm going to do this sideways on to start off with. Coming to a 90-90 lunge. So back foot and front foot have a bit of space between them. I'll show you what this looks like from the front. You've got a bit of space here, so we're not like this. We've got a bit of space. Good. And that front knee is over the ankle. Good. We're just going to come forwards a little bit. Yes, that knee will go a little bit further forwards, but that's fine. We're stretching the front of the right hip here, so the front of the hip that's on the back. We're going to do the opposite again here, so a counter pose. So we move from the hips, straighten the leg, and fold forwards. You can keep your foot on the ground if you have that level of ankle mobility. You don't have to straighten the leg. What's important is that you get a counter pose for that pose that we had. So we come into a fold, stretching the hamstrings, but also stretching the lower back, one at a time, and then inhaling, planting that foot down, finding your balance. This time we're going to reach up high, and then send our hips forwards. Nice. Oh. And then exhale, coming back into that hamstring stretch. So using the whole of your breath to move. Hands find the floor, eventually hips go back. Nice. Oh. And then inhaling and coming back up to that 90-90 lunge. So stay where you are. I'm just going to turn around so you can see front view. Good. So we've got our balance. The hand that's on the side where the leg is at the back comes up. We already did this, right? We did the side bend, now we've added the lower part of the body. So inhale here, other hand is loose, and exhale, come into a lovely side bend. And try not to send those hips out. The lower body maintains its integrity, and we reach up and over. We're not collapsing in those hips. Good. And then come back up to centre. Hands float down, swap legs. So onto the other side. Caveat here, I'm not going to be able to move as far forwards on this one, but make sure you've got your 90-degree angle, you've got your space between your hips, and that will give you your balance. Good. So we're just going to inhale here, and as we exhale, come a little further forwards. Yeah, I can see I'm getting a little bit more space there. Slowly, slowly does it. That feels really nice in the back. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, Pat, maybe just walk that front foot out a little bit more to the side, just to give you more of a solid foundation. Good, well done. And then exhale and send those hips back. Hamstring stretch, lower back stretch. Relax the face, relax the head. Sink the hips back. Good. And then inhale and come up. Reach your hands up if you're feeling you've got your balance. If not, you can stay down, but see if you can come a little further forwards this time. We're gradually increasing this stretch. Sue, can you bring that front foot a little further forwards? Yeah, don't want to dump too much into that knee. Lovely. And then exhale and fold forwards again. So pushing through that front foot, hips go back, stretching through the back of the body, nose towards the knee. And then inhale and come up again. And I'll show you this from the front. And then the hand comes up and over. So reaching down towards the floor. Careful not to send that hip out to the side. It's not about getting super down towards the floor, it's just getting that stretch in the side of the body. Nice one. And then inhale those hands up again and bring them back down. Good. From here, come into a nice wide legged kneeling. Bring your hands down to the floor. Bring your elbows down to the floor, and then open your knees out a little wider, just to bring a little bit of space into your hips. So this is called frog pose. So your feet can be out to the side. I'll show you this from the side. Your feet can be out to the side. What's important here is that you've got that connection to your core. So you don't want to be dumping into your back here. You want that core connection. And then we just move backwards and forwards. So align your elbows under your shoulders there, Pat. So it's not about getting the head down. This is all about the hips. Just a little bit of movement in those hips. Nice. Pull your core up towards your belly, Sue. That's it. Lovely. A little bit of frog pose, just to open out through those hips. Good. And I know I'm doing lots of ups and downs today. But that's okay, it's morning time. I've had my 2 coffees, so can you tell? Okay, come onto your hands and then bring your knees in. And again, we're going to come up to standing up. However works for you. Good. Nice wide-legged stance facing the front. Now, we've stretched the insides of the thighs. I want you to go as wide as you can. And we're just going to do a side lunge. Good. So, reaching down into that knee, then come back up to centre. Side lunge on the other side. Nice stretch on the insides of the thighs. One more time. Up and over. Our hips can get very tight. Keep control of your body. We just move in those legs. Good. Don't let gravity take you. Nice. And then come back up again. Just resetting those hips. I'm going to do a triangle now. We've been building up to this. So send your right toes along the length of your mat. See those lovely lines on your mat there, Sue. Keep your hips and shoulders facing the front. Roll those shoulders up, back and down, and inhale, bring those hands up. Exhale, relax, good. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands reach towards the right hand side. So we're just going to reach and then come back up again. Good. Inhale here as you exhale, reach. This time we're going to pivot. So right hand comes onto right leg, somewhere. And again, I'm doing it with my neck. See, keep your neck in line with your spine. Other hand comes up and over, looking for a long straight line from the toe to the hand. I know you can't quite see my hand there. Oh, that's a nice stretch. We're going to go to the other side. So like a windmill, inhale, legs stay where they are, torso moves. Hand comes to the back, reach up, relax your jaw, keep your neck in line with your spine. Lovely stretch in the other direction. This feels good. I was doing lots of upper back stuff last night before I went to bed. And then coming up. Lovely. Let your hands come down, just onto your hips. Keep them facing forwards. Pivot on the heels. So now the left foot is along the length of the mat. Your heels are more or less in line. Hips and shoulders facing me. Legs are straight. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And inhale. Exhale. Settle down. Nice. Then inhale, and as you exhale, we're just going to reach, and then we're going to come back so that we can feel that movement from the waist. Good. Then come back up to centre. Excuse me. Inhale here, exhale, reach, and now we're pivoting. So now that the left hand comes onto the left leg, neck in line with the spine, and right hand comes up. Long straight line from the right fingertips, which are here, all the way down to the right toes. Lovely. Inhale here, exhale a little deeper, and then inhale, legs stay where they are. Nice one, see? Yeah. Keep those legs nice and strong, and coming up and over to the other side. Almost splitting the body in two here. The lower part of the body is the foundation that stays where it is. Lovely. Bring those hands up. And then let them float down again. Hands onto hips, heels facing out. Now I'm suddenly having a hot flush. I'll take a layer off. Feel. Okay, hands onto your hips, have a little wiggle, and send them back and down. Nice. Come back up again. Send them back and down, and then bring your forearms onto your thighs. So a nice stretch in that lower back. Show you what this looks like from the back. Stretch in the lower back, hips coming back and down, neck in line with the spine. So try not to have this kind of thing going on. And bring those hips down, and then come into a forward fold. This time, see how I've got my legs straight this time? This is because we're now sort of on the way down with the class. The body's warm. And now we can really stretch those hamstrings in this forward fold. So if it feels too much for you, you can take the bend in the knees. I'm feeling really hot, so this feels good for me. Good. And then just bring your hands to one leg. Relax your head. Bring your hands over to the other leg. Doesn't matter which one, opposite one is fine. And then back to centre. And then inhale, rolling up, so slowly rolling up. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and the head comes up last. Good. I'm going to turn to face you, so stay in that position. And you know where we're going to go. I have to do a goddess pose in the morning. Inhale, hands up, reach up high. Exhale, sink down, nice and strong. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up high. Maybe even look up between those hands. Exhale, really pull those elbows down, lift your chest up, activate that upper back and sink down into the ground. Nice and strong, beautiful. Well done. Inhale, bring your hands up, clasp them and bring your feet in. Going into a big reach up, and then exhale into a side bend. Lovely. Inhale to that big reach up. Exhale, side bend in the other direction. Reaching up and over. You probably feel this all the way down into the hips and the thighs. Good. Inhale up. And you can split your arms apart here if you want to. Reaching over, being careful with that neck. Nice. And up and over in the other direction. Good. Okay. back up to centre. And then just roll those shoulders up, back and down, bring your feet hip width apart. Good. Reach your arms up, just draw circles with them. So reaching up and circle all the way around. And again, just checking in with how your shoulders feel. And if you want to, you can also move, because those lower arms are amazing feat of engineering, you can move those wrists and the arms around as well, almost as if you were swimming. And then swap direction. If you're sitting at a desk a lot of the day, you know I'm talking to you, Sue. Stop every hour and do this. This will be good for you. Right? I'll be there with you during your working day because you're sitting on your wobble cushion and you've got my voice in your head going, get up and move. Okay.
I laugh doing this on my wobble cushion.
Okay, a little bit of love for the wrists, rotating through them. Good. Nice. And then we're going to bring our hands behind us. So we're going to use that space we've just made, clasping those hands, planting those feet down, hip width apart, gentle bend in the knees. Inhale, lift your chest, exhale, pull down. And again, the space we made at the front of the neck, we're using here as well to look up. Good. Then inhale, lift your chest again. You can come into a forward fold. So bring those hands up behind you. Let the head come down. Nice. And then inhale and come up. And exhale, pull down. Little back bend here as well. So cheeky back bend as well as a bit of shoulder mobility. Good. Unclasp those hands. We're just going to come to feet hip width apart. A little bit of loosening up here in our body. So this is for the fascia. Just moving our arms around. So keeping the feet planted and swinging. The arms are loose. Getting your body ready for whatever the day is going to bring. Are you both still on my walking challenge and doing your walks?
I'm on it, but I'm failing.
Well, here's your reminder.
I did jog yesterday.
Oh, well done. Well done.
And on Saturday, and I walked on Saturday.
Okay. Okay. Well, Sunday wasn't very nice, so I'll let you off. Inhale and bring those hands up. Palms together. Bring those hands down to heart centre. Come down into a squat. And into a forward fold. Little flow now with everything we've done. And then inhale. Hands up. Hands together. Grounding down, sinking down. And then coming into that forward fold. We'll do that one more time. Oh yeah, making lots more space here, reaching the floor a lot easier. Inhaling, coming up. Palms together. Exhaling into that lovely squat. And then into that forward fold. Gentle sway from side to side. So push-up challenge next month. I do hope to be making some videos to explain how to do push-ups. Got a filming day planned today. Inhaling, rolling up. Oh, and then shake those hands out. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your day.